All right, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Madrid, and we're here on day 2. Things are getting real now. We got a lot of matches happening today. Zeynep Sonmez taking on Cirez. We'll go with that until we get corrected. No one's in the stadium though, which is a bit of a shame. But it is first thing on Wednesday, so maybe that's why. But we've got men's action starting today as well. All the qualifiers are done, so we're starting to get first round. All the first rounds starting to be underway. Tomorrow we're starting to see seeds. So I think tomorrow is it top half for the ladies tomorrow. So like Swiatek, Sabalenka. Sabalenka will play tomorrow because she's already got to play Stern, so she'll play tomorrow. Swiatek doesn't have an opponent, so she might not play tomorrow, but also she could play tomorrow. She could play Dasha. Oh, no, I don't want. Osaka versus Osorio tomorrow. I know Osaka played a bunch. So that's happening tomorrow. And yeah, that's where we are. Also, you've got like 30 seconds to get your teams in. Yeah. literally 30 seconds. So if you haven't saved your team, save your team. I've made some drastic changes. I've done some crazy changes. I've made some crazy changes. You got 12 seconds. 12 seconds for your team. Massively struggled this week. I made some bold calls as well. I'm going to show you my team in just a second. 2-1. That's it. Oh, my phone goes crazy. All right. Deadline's closed. Madrid is locked in. So Sonmez walking out with Cirez. Yeah, I made a big call. I took a 50-point minus 50. I had to get Ruud and Cerundolo. I couldn't pick. I couldn't pick. Morven, did you do the same thing as me? I'm like, I can't pick. I'm like, if I pick Cerundolo and Ruud does well, at least Cerundolo, Ruud, I'm gonna keep them till the French. So like, I could keep them forever. And I'm gonna use the alternates anyway. So who cares? As long as Monfils gets 50 points, then he'll make up the difference, and that's all that matters. But I just couldn't. I didn't want to wipe the team. I couldn't get rid of Zverev, and we're in the same boat. I sacrificed 100 instead. Yeah, I'm just like, you know what? I'm taking a 50-point loss. Do it. Because I'm using the alternates, and if Ruud and Cerundolo make it to the quarters and play each other, and then the winner plays Zverev, it'll be well worth it. So I just couldn't choose. I wanted both of them, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to take it. I'm going to take the both. I'm going to take both of them this week, and we'll see. Hopefully they both do well. I got rid of Berrettini, but Berrettini's got Shelton in the second round. I'm a little bit scared. Tabilo, he's done a good job lately, but he's too expensive. What fantasy game is this? This is the ATP Fantasy League, but you're too late if you haven't made a team this week because it's done. And then next week, I'll wipe the team if they've all gone terrible. I'll wipe the team next week. I just chose my team for fun, and I don't want to swap any players. Is that okay? To keep the same team every week? Yeah, if they play every week and they score, why not? If you like your team, you don't have to trade. I'm only trading because it's either players that I want to get or players that I want to like trade up. So yeah, you don't have like if you like your team and they're doing well and you like them, then keep them. You don't have to trade. Like I'm only making multiple trades because I've had to. You know, getting Alcaraz in, getting Alcaraz out, move. Yeah. If I'd known Alcaraz was not going to play this week and get injured last week, I would have not even bothered with him this week. Last week I would have just traded him out and left Sinner in. You know, but also remember we thought Sinner wasn't going to play this week, so there was that kind of like, do we keep him? Do we not? Anyways, yeah, but yeah, I'm only making trades I'm making more trades than I want. I don't want to make these trades, but I just have to. I just have to. I haven't been given a choice. I've forced my hands. I got Feast, Hodar, Fonseca, Cerundolo, Ruud, and I'm banking on like 2 or 3 of them going far. Yeah, it's weird. You got to cast a wide net in Madrid because I just think that anyone could go for a run. I mean, Ruud won last year. Cerundolo made the semis. Zverev's won this before. Sinner's coming back. Fonseca's in great form. Feast is on a run. Echeverry's good on clay. Monfils is... Well, I couldn't get rid of Monfils, but I didn't want to really anyway. I'll just keep him for another week. But, yeah. And then just do the great reset next week. Just do the big reset next week. Especially if Alcaraz comes back. Because there's players that are going to be cheaper next week that I'm thinking of getting anyway. So, players are warming up. I used my Ordnance card too this week. Yeah. Because I was like, well, if I don't use it this week, I'm not going to use it. So, got to use it. And I thought, well, there's no point in... it's a perfect time to use it because I've got guys that are already in the second round. Only one of my guys is having to play a first round, so... You already get second round points for that. And then next week, reset the team. And then reset it for Geneva and try and pick a team that with players that are going to play... That at least 6 players are going to play 3 weeks in a row. I think Zverev's playing Hamburg, Ruud's playing Geneva. Sinner won't play either of those. Djokovic might play Geneva though, so maybe get him in. Yeah, so that's the grand plan. My team includes Ruud, Musetti, Feast, Rublev. Yeah, that's awesome. You don't need to make any trades. That's a great team. Kaboli, FAA, Runa are there too. Yeah, true. I'm a little worried though. If FAA does well here, which he could, he might not play the week after. Or he might not play. Like he might play Rome and then have time off because he might feel he's done enough. But we'll see. Some of the cheaper options is like Marijan and Tabilo and Geneva. Yeah, true. And Tsitsipas too, right? I mean, Tsitsipas might be the cheap one. Triple bounce ball for you, okay? But yeah, it's going to be an interesting week. It's going to be a very interesting week. I think only one of my players is playing first round, so I can sit around, and if Monfils wins, it's a bonus. I think his matches are 50-50. I think. Have they updated the team percentages? Yeah, so everyone's got Sinner. A lot of people have Sinner. Not many people have Zverev. Fonseca's second most picked. Third most picked is Feast. Cerundolo is fourth most picked. So I've got the top 4 players that everyone else has got. But not many people picking Zverev. Bit interesting. Not many people picking FAA either, which is crazy. He's the 28th most picked player. 7% of people. FAA, I don't know why people are not picking him. I would have picked him if I could have afforded him. Musetti is 29% picked. Okay. Yeah, Ruud is 33% picked, so I've got everybody else has done the same thing. So is Rublev the 5th picked? No, who's picked? Vacheron? Nah. 8th picked. Oh, Alcaraz is still 35% of teams. That's because people just probably didn't play. It's probably a bunch of people that was like, no, I'm not going to play. I forgot to play. Well, I can have a look at his teams now. Oh, great. I'm already on 40 points. I can actually look at all your teams now. Okay. My dark horse this week is Lehechka. Oh, yeah. That's not a bad pick. Bergs is playing right now. Oh, is he? Okay. Cam's obsessed. With what? With this fantasy league? Yeah, it's fun. All right, here we go. It's going to be, I think, Sonmez to serve. Heavy favorite here, Sonmez. She has got a leg strap, though, so which is a little bit concerning, but we'll see. By the way, chat, we had an absolute banger sunset. Check out there, I've got the sickest photo. Check that out. Look at that. Looks like a postcard. Maybe next time I'll be a photographer. Look at that. That's my next job. For my next trick, I'll be a photographer. All right, backhand now from Sonmez. I'm going to go Sonmez in straights. Never heard of Martinez Cirez, so we'll see what's up. Is there a backhand now from Sonmez? Again, the backhand of Cirez. Sonmez. It's going to be hard to say. I just realized this is going to be tough to call. 400 rally. Long rallies already. Sonmez up the line as a winner. Love 15. Yeah, first time I've seen Martinez Martinez Cirez as well. She's a wild card. She's 25 years old. Right-handed from Spain, of course. She has never played a main draw of a Grand Slam. She's currently ranked 370. Oh, she's around the 300s in the world. She was as high as 200 in the world a couple of years ago. That's her career high. Currently ranked 352 in the world. As she wins her first point of the day, 15 all. Yeah, Sonmez has got her leg strapped, which can be a little bit concerning. Yeah, has played a bunch of ITF events, so she's not a challenger level player. She's below that. She did play a challenger event, though, in Madrid a couple of weeks ago. Lost in the qualies of that. Yeah, she's only ever played 12 matches on the main tour and won one of those matches, which was, including qualifying, one of the wins was, the only win she's had is a qualifier. This is her third ever main draw appearance. She got a wild card in Madrid last year, and she also got a wild card. She qualified. She was in the main draw of Rabat last year. So this is her third main draw appearance on the WTA. Did get through the qualies, did win a qualifier match here in Madrid 24, but lost to Sigamund in the second round of qualies. Did play Sabalenka in the qualifying of this tournament back in 2018. Lost in straight sets, but did play Sabalenka in the qualifying, which is crazy. Sabalenka was 46 in the world at the time, which, remember this tournament was much smaller. So, 46 in the world was it was like almost like Stuttgart, right? You could be a top 50 player in the qualies. But yeah, so that's her best, and that was her best win is against Tomanovic in a challenger event back in April of last year. She beat Tomanovic in straight sets, 79 in the world at the time. She has beaten two top 100 players in her career, including Cocciaretto as well last year in that same challenger event that she beat Tomanovic. So that was and that was on clay. As it a backhand now, 30-all, backhand rally. Cirez with a drop shot, but Sonmez is there. And then Cirez with a pass. It's too good. All right. Wasn't the best looking drop shot, but she got away with it. She's also played players like Palini in a challenger event. She's played Joint. She's played Sabalenka, Sigamund, Bronzetti, Sasnovich, Balick, all in challenger events before. Lost all those matches, but still played them. Who else has she beaten? Anybody else that's maybe before they became top 100? Let me check. Not really. That was a backhand rally. 40-30 for Martinez Cirez as that goes out by Cirez, and it's deuce. So yeah, that is where we are. She did make a challenge, an ITF final in Buenos Aires at the very start of the year during the Australian Open. She actually made two clay court ITF events, W35s at the start of the year. Lost both those finals, but made both those finals. So yeah, two finals already this year on the ITF circuit as that goes wide by Cirez, and Sonmez gets a chance to break. So there you go. There's the bio. As with a serve out wide, a fault from Cirez, second serve. Second serve is a double fault, and there's the break. 1-0. Should be a quick match in theory. Well, that was a long first game. But we'll see. The betting says that, that Sonmez is the heavy favourite. By the way, Chad, I don't know if you've seen this, and we'll probably talk more about it when we watch the ATP tomorrow or later today. But the ATP are doing like a giveaway, and if you use the Tennis TV website or app, I don't know if it's on the app, but I know it's on the website. They're doing this game where it's like a prediction game where you just got to pick the winners of the day. It's closed for now, but you can come back and do it tomorrow. And you could win a signed. You know how like the players sign the piece of glass at the end of the matches? Alcaraz signed his like 2 years ago, and they've got it, and they're going to give it away for the winner of this prediction thing. So I don't know if you guys saw that or not, but it's literally just like, hey, who's going to win? Jumher or Bellucci, and then just pick the winner. And if you get the most predictions right, you win. So go check it out. I think it's on the website. I don't know if it's on the app though, but it's definitely on the website, on the Tennis TV website. 15, love 15. Cirez hits a return. The backhand of Sonmez. Cirez backhand. Nope. Sonmez in the net. Love 30. So you just got to pick the winners. It's supposed to be easy. So today I've gone with Jumher, Bouzet, Bergs, Mahatch, Hoda, Brooksby, and Taranti. Taranti, but Tisseragu was a 50-50 though. That was a tough one. The others were pretty one-sided. But yeah, hopefully I can start the week off with a big win. All right, Sonmez with the backhand, love 30. Cirez looking for the break. As Sonmez 4 under the stretch. Goes long, love 40. Love 40. Watching from the Philippines, supporting Eala's bestie, Sonmez. Yeah, so Sonmez is playing doubles with Eala this week. Eala's playing after this, so we'll watch her soon. But, Sonmez and Eala are playing doubles together this week. As the return goes into the backhand of Sonmez. Backhand out from Cirez. Into the backhand of Sonmez. Cirez backhand slice. Sonmez forehand. Cross court and long. And we're back on serve. 1-1. 1-all. Ons had a baby. It's a son. Yeah, I saw that too. Congratulations to her. She got... she had her baby. Also, chat, there's only 170 people in this predictions thing. So there's there's only 670 people. So you've got a 1 in 670 chance of winning an Alcaraz signed piece of glass. That's pretty good odds. 1 out of 670 to win a signed Alcaraz piece of glass. That's actually pretty sick. What a unique piece of memorabilia too. Now I have to win it. 1-1. So none of you join it. Because I want to win. So just everybody back off. It would look great on the wall. I know, right? How good would that? I mean, look, I've already got all these shirts. I might as well get a bloody little piece of glass on the wall too. I don't have a signed Alcaraz thing. The security guard at the Australian Open pushed me out the way before I could get a signed tennis ball, so I got to get it somehow. I earned it. I stood around forever watching Alcaraz hit balls, and then I didn't even get one signed. Love 30 Sonmez. So this is my chance to win one. I need to win this thing. Now, I do get in it, though, because it'll be fun. It is fun. Mucking around. Making predictions, making picks. All right. 30 love. Love 30. As we're backing it from Cirez to the forehand of Sonmez. Cirez backhand. Sonmez forehand inside out again to the backhand of Cirez. Sliced. Sonmez with a forehand again inside out to the backhand slice of Cirez. Sonmez with a backhand again into the forehand of Cirez, who goes inside in. That's a good shot. Sonmez gets it back. Cirez down the line with a forehand. Sonmez slice to the net. Good rally. Long rally. All right. 15:30. Great rally by Cirez. Making Sonmez work. Smart. Considering Sonmez's leg is all wrapped up. Yeah, I did breathe the same air as Carlos. He literally walked past me. I mean, we got it on film. I can't even lie. Like, I had the camera like this. And he went like this. If I wasn't holding the camera, I could have given him a high five. All right, double fault from... No, sorry, fault number 1 by Cirez. Second serve. It was an iconic day. Oh, yeah. Yeah, who else did we see that day? I can't remember. All right, 30-0. It was a banger day. All right, backhand to backhand rally. As it goes out by Sonmez, and it's 40-30. Cirez. I know I'm pronouncing it wrong. Is it Cirez or Cirez? Where are the Spanish people at? I think it's Cirez. All right, there's a double fault from Cirez. Churros. I think it's Churros. All right, deuce. Third double fault already for Cirez. All right, serve again to the forehand of Sonmez. Forehand from Cirez into the backhand of Sonmez. And Cirez forehand again, the backhand of Sonmez. Cirez with a forehand again into the backhand of Sonmez. Cirez goes forehand cross court. Sonmez gets it back. Cirez forehand up the middle. Sonmez back in the rally as Cirez forehand again into the forehand of Sonmez. They go back into backhand now. As Sonmez hits a backhand again to the backhand of Cirez. They're just going backhand cross court at the moment. Both players just playing super consistent in this rally. As up the line from Sonmez is good. Lob goes up by Cirez. In comes Sonmez with a bounce smash. And puts it away. What a rally. All right, advantage Sonmez. We saw Nole and Sasha practicing RLA. Oh, we did, didn't we? Yes, we did. Yeah, what a day. All right, Sonmez. Let's get another break point. All right, Cirez serves again. Into the backhand of Sonmez. Forehand from Cirez. Again to the backhand of Sonmez. Cirez again forehand to the backhand of Sonmez. Cirez with the forehand inside in. Open court. But Cirez recovers into the backhand now of Sonmez. They go back into backhand. As Cirez keeps it to the backhand of Sonmez. Up the line is good. Cirez gets it back. Forehand from Sonmez up the line again. Cirez with a drop shot. Sonmez going to run, but you can't get it. We get back to deuce. Did we see Sabalenka practice too? Oh, we did, didn't we? Yeah, it was a big day. And then we went to Kooyong. Well, then it was too hot, so we left. We went to Kooyong for like 5 seconds. One out of 294,176 extra in subscribers extra in the Alcaraz competition now. No, there's not that. No, this isn't. What are you talking about? This is an ATP on the ATP website. It's nothing to do with me. All right, lob goes up. And Sonmez with a smash, but the return comes in from Cirez. Sonmez forehand to the back of Cirez. The back of Sonmez up the line. Cirez forehand into the forehand of Sonmez, who hits an inside-out winner. And Sonmez gets another chance to break. Yeah, we saw, was Runa and Hashanov, I think we saw it in Kuyong. By the way, chat, I said don't sign up to it, and now 3 people have signed up to it. Can you back off? It's my Alcaraz signed thing. You should all just support me and cheer on my picks and not compete against me, please. Backhand, forehand rally. There's with a forehand again from... No, backhand from Sonmez went long. All right, deuce. By the way, chat, how is Dominic Thiem doing so badly at this game? Because he's set and forget. He didn't even come back. Chat, I'm a little disappointed. If this is Dominic Thiem's team, he's still got Alcaraz as the number one. So you got, if you're gonna do this properly, you got to get somebody who's going to be like there every week. You can't be just going, hey, Dominic Thiem, announce this on your Instagram, and then he just disappears. He didn't even show up. He's the worst ranked. He's 17,000 rank. I mean, he's not the expert. He put Alcaraz's bonus ball. He hasn't even made a switch. He just set and forget. He had the same team last week. Literally set his team and then just completely ditched it. If it's him, which it could be somebody else, but if it is him, he should be promoting it every week. He just made a team and then disappeared. He's doing worse than Nothing Major, who did the same thing. Who picked a team and... let me see if they made any changes. Anyways, backhand rally. Slice now from Cirez. Sonmez comes to the net. Cirez puts up a lob. And Sonmez puts away the smash. And we get back to deuce. Yeah, Nothing Major did the same bloody thing. They made a team on week 1. They still got Alcaraz as a bonus ball. At least they got Sinner. They haven't even made a trade. I mean, chat, this is the thing. They should have, the ATP should have gone with people like me who are into this kind of stuff and are going to follow it religiously. They shouldn't have gone with like a bunch of people, a bunch of ex-players that were just going to like be like, yeah, do this, and then just run away. They should have gone with people that are in the top 1,500 who have a YouTube channel with a lot of subscribers. Hello, I'm over here. Forehand goes up the line. At least, is Gil still getting involved? Gil's still getting involved. That was the right move. They went with, like, Gil was talking about it, right? That was the right idea. All right, good drop shot. Yeah, Gil's getting around it. See, he got rid of Alcaraz, got Sinner in, so at least he's, at least Gil's getting into it. None of these ex-players who just go, oh, you want me to make a team for what? I don't really care. I'll just never watch it again. They've all just run away. Watch these guys now be like, when we get to the French Open, be like, oh, remember that ATP fantasy thing? Yeah, make a French Open team now. Like, wait, bro, your teams stink. You don't... Watch them. When we get to the French Open, they'll be like, remember ATP fantasy? They'll do it. Anyway, Sonmez is a winner. Yeah, we're bloody talking about this almost daily. We're not even watching ATP and we're talking about it. We're holding this competition up on our own chat. The ATP need to go get to the, just leave the players out of it. They don't care. Get us involved. We're promoting it for free. Gil showed his team at the start of the Madrid preview. See, that's what. See, yeah, love that. See, Gil's taking it serious, or at least he's taking it. He's keeping up to date with it. All right, back to Deuce here. What is this camera angle? Backhand return goes in the backhand of Cirez, backhand of Sonmez, into the backhand of Cirez. Sonmez backhand again to the backhand of Cirez. Sonmez up the line as Cirez hits the forehand cross court. Sonmez forehand up the line again. We've had 20 minutes for 3 games. Backhand from Sonmez goes in the forehand of Cirez. Sonmez backhand again. Cirez puts up a lob. Sonmez comes in and hits a backhand up the line for a win-up. Advantage Sonmez to get the break. I notice you talk about it daily. Yeah, because it's fun. It's interesting. The nothing major team is even better. What do you mean even? Like, that was a joke, right? Is it a backhand rally? Now a forehand from Cirez. Sonmez forehand to the backhand of Cirez. Up the line to the forehand of Sonmez. And Sonmez hits a wide. We're back to Deuce. Just as well as we have a ATP Fantasy League to talk about, this match is going to take a long time. I know, right? It has been they're very similar type players, these two. So it's a bit of a brick wall versus a brick wall. They're definitely playing each other in that defensive way. Advantage Cirez. Neither player has a big serve, so aces are slim. All right, advantage Cirez to take a 2-1 lead. You made some changes. All right, forehand to forehand rally. As the backhand from Cirez goes in the forehand of Sonmez. Cirez slice. Again to the forehand of Sonmez. Up the line in the net. And Cirez holds. So you completely changed your team, did you? Sinner, FAA, Caboli, Feast, Cerundolo, Fonseca, Hodar, and Tabilo. That's a good team. I got a lot of the same players. That's a solid team. So how many trades you made? You made three changes. Okay. You got 8 free switch? Oh, that's from because you'd use the thing. Nice. Solid. Look at mine. I'm in the same boat as you. Yeah. Morgan, what's your team name again? So basically, the Cirez should be the good. Yeah, I think that's the. I'm happy to be corrected, but that's how I'm going with it until further notice. Oh, okay. Oh, you've got a similar team to Gene. So Sinner, Lehechka, Feast, Cerundolo, Rude, Fonseca, Hodar, and Tabilo. That's a solid team. Almost the same as my team, except for the Lehechka and Hodar and Tabilo. Because I got Zverev and Monfils. It's going to be an interesting week this week. Because it's never as easy as it seems, Madrid. It's never as obvious as it seems. There's always some randomness around. All right, 2-1 Cirez. Sonmez to serve. Anyone who had Fonseca in their team is good in my books. I think everybody has Fonseca in their team. Him and Sinner are the most picked players by a mile. 62% and 63% have both of those, or have those guys, and then Zverev is at. But I'm a little surprised that Zverev's ninth most picked, but I guess because he's so expensive, people have ditched him to have a bit more of a widespread, of like Musetti and stuff. But Zverev is not as picked as I would have thought, and I'm happy that I kept him now, because if he does if he makes the semis again, it's all about him getting points. He's never going to go up in price, but if he gets a lot of points, it's going to boost the team. And then next week, if Alcaraz doesn't play Rome, which sounds, the more and more it sounds like he's not going to play Rome, because he's talking about not playing Roland Garros, so like Rome's not even in the conversation. Then you just get rid of Zverev next week and you get Musetti or someone anyway, and you free up heaps of cash. Anyways, 30 love. I had to get rid of Zverev for my team's long-term prospects. Hey, fair enough. I mean, I might just hold on to Zverev until the grass, though. If Alcaraz doesn't come back, having Zverev and Sinner feels like a good plan. 30-15. The problem with getting Djokovic or not getting Djokovic is that, I mean, he's consistently making semis of slams, but shit, he doesn't play much, does he? He doesn't give you much confidence when he's not, because he just doesn't play at all. I really want to get Musetti, though. God, I want to get Musetti. I really hope he loses this week. So I can get him cheap for Rome. I didn't pick him this week. I picked everybody else. 40-15. I need Cerundolo and Ruud to have a run. And then I can get rid of one of them for Musetti, because I really want to get Musetti. Because you can keep Musetti for grass too. You don't even have to ditch Musetti after the clay, like Casper Ruud you do. Cam has been infected with gambling mind. Now, I've always had this mind, but I've also got discipline and self-control. But also, this is fantasy team, so it's like it's not real. 40-15. No money has been exchanged, so it is not gambling. It is just a game. Anyway, it's 4-1 rally. That's a winner from Cirez, and it's 40-30. I might bring Zverev back in for Rome with the swing switch. Oh, yeah, fair enough. Musetti, I feel, is going to be so cheap. He's valuable on grass too. Oh, yeah. Musetti will be a steal in a couple weeks. How many people pick Felix? 7%. Very low, which I'm surprised. Like, FAA not being picked much is pretty crazy. Felix could easily make a final. Is it a 4-4 rally? Sonmez down the line of the backhand of Cirez. Backhand of Sonmez into the forehand of Cirez. By the way, we played 30 minutes for 3 games. What? Backhand goes into the forehand of Cirez again. Forehand now from Sonmez. Into the backhand of Cirez, but Cirez overhits it, and it's 2-0. Sonmez holds. That was the quickest game of the match, I think. Felix is not considered as a clay quarter, I guess. Yeah, but he can play on clay. I think people are getting confused between, like, is he a clay quarter or not? Because I don't think it's as easy as just saying that he's not a clay quarter, because he can play on clay. Like, he pushed Rafa to 5 sets at the French before. He's made a final of Madrid. Like, FAA can play on clay. He's just not a clay quarter. But he can play on clay. It's not like Medvedev, where you like avoid him at all costs, right? And even a Bublik, right? He's not even like, he's more like, I mean, FAA is probably more like, I don't know. He's kind of like Rublev, maybe a little bit, like how Rublev isn't a clay quarter, but he is good. He can play on clay. He's better than FAA on clay. I'll admit that, but I think FAA is still a clay guy. Like he can play on clay. He has a clay game. Now I'd put him above Fritz on clay. Fritz is not really a clay guy. FAA, I'd say he's more of a clay guy than Fritz. I'd put him between like Fritz and Rublev, probably, between those two guys. So he's not a bad pick. Yeah, I think he's a little bit underrated. maybe underestimated this week as well. All right, love 15 as we have double fault. Love 30. Love 30. Cirez played 28 points on serve already. Jesus. It's just a matter of time before she gets broken and then Sonmez runs away with it. But yeah, no, it's going to be really fun. I think Madrid's going to be really fun for fantasy teams this week. Because it's going to be very interesting to, it's going to be very interesting to see who does well. And who doesn't do well, because there's always upsets too at this tournament. Love 30. There's a bit of slice from Cirez, but Sonmez hits a forehand inside out winner. Love 40. Sonmez to take the break. Yeah, I feel like, this is going to be a very interesting week. I feel like teams are either going to do really badly or survive, yeah. I feel the same. It's either going to be a really good week or a really bad week. Or there's going to be a mixture. Maybe it is going to be a mixture. Like some of the players that you thought were going to do well lose, and then some of the players that some unexpected players do really well. As we're going to win up the line from Cirez, and it's 15-40. That's why I use the alternate chip, because I'm like, well, look, I'm gonna hedge my bets and just put everyone on, because I don't want to see someone on the bench getting 300 points. I'd rather, I can accept not getting Musetti or getting rid of Tabilo and them doing well. I can accept that. But if someone I have on my team I didn't put on my court, if Ruud, I couldn't put Ruud and Cerundolo on the field, and Echeverry and Fonseca and Feast and Zverev, and so I just went alternates. Just so, and plus because I used the extra 50, I need to make up the extra 50 by using the alternates chip anyway. Back here, Turco's in the net, 30-40. I just want Monfils to win his first match. If he wins his first match, then he'll cover the cost of the extra switch, and I'll be all good. Who replaced Anisimova in Madrid? Frech. She took her spot on in the rankings. 30-40. It was Sakari. Forehand from Cirez. Into the forehand of Sonmez. Cirez still down break point here. Sonmez backhand. Into the forehand of Cirez. This is proper clay court tennis, by the way. They're playing real clay tennis. Backhand up the line goes wide, though, for Cirez. Sonmez breaks in a big shout. It's been a grind to get to 3-2. Sonmez gets the break, though. Had the exact same thought process, yeah. Either way, Sakari and Frere got promoted for Alexandrova and Anisimova pulling out. It doesn't really matter who replaced who. Just know that Sakari and Frere are now seeded. Both of them got seeded because of that. Those two pulling out. Doesn't really matter who nobody really replaced. I mean, it kind of did in the draw, I guess, but yeah. Yeah, Frere took Anisimova's spot, right? By the way, they're in the same section. So Sakari and Frere are in the same section as, anyway, so. If anything, it just helps Rybakina that little bit more, who still has a nightmare draw before then, but the quarterfinals, she won't have to play one of them. It makes it a little bit better for her. By the way, these ladies are in that section too. Winner of this match will take on Buksha. All right. $33 minutes, 5 games. Sonmez got the break, though. 3-2. And we have a couple other matches going on. Men's action has started already as well. Nava's up 5-3 against Brooksby. Kopriva won the first set 6-2. Bergs is up 4-3 against Cilic. And then on the women's side of things, Zhang is up against Lees 4-3 with a break. Rujic and Ruse 3-all. And Birol Udvardia 4-all. So all of that is happening as we speak. And this is 3-2. By the way, it kind of feels like everybody's playing long matches, except for Kopriva, who's got somewhere else to be. All right, Sonmez missed the forehand as 15 love. I love 15. Love 15. Have you seen the teaser trailer for Evil Dead Burn? No, I haven't. I have to check it out. As that forehand goes wide by Sonmez. Love 30. God, this is an ugly match. It's a grind. Real clay court grind. Love 30. Sonmez was a massive favorite in this one too. Did I watch any movies lately? No, I've just been watching Geordie Shore. Also, I went to the thrift today and this afternoon, and I found season 7 because I was missing season 7. I had 1 to 6, and then I had 8. So now I have 7. So now I can watch, after this season, I can watch season 7. All right, that goes out by Sonmez again. Love 40. And I was going to go see the new Mummy movie, but I just haven't had a chance to go to the cinema. I might go tomorrow. Geordie Cam. No. I'm up to season where they come to Australia, but they go to Sydney, so it doesn't really count. Oh, Musetti's playing Hamburg? Ooh. Interesting. As that lob goes long by Cirez, and it's 15-40. Geordie Shore was peak TV and low-key comedy. It's just like crazy how... Yeah. It's just crazy. It's a crazy show. All right, serving to the forehand of Cirez. Forehand of Sonmez off the tape. Sorry, goes wide, and we're back on serve. 3-all. All right, 3-3. Oh, is the whole entry list, is it? Okay. Let me check. All right, so Zverev, FAA, Shelton, Musetti, Kaboli, Lehechka, Hashanov, Vasharov. Wow, this is a stacked event. Okay, so Cerundolo, good. All right, interesting. Zverev playing is interesting. So now I really got to get Musetti. I really got to get Musetti. 15 love. I don't reckon Zverev plays Hamburg if he plays well in Rome. There's no way he's playing Hamburg before the French. Now, Hamburg is stacked. No, Zverev can't be playing a week before the French Open. Not if he does well in Rome. 15 love. 7 to the back of Sonmez. Return goes to forehand of Cirez. Sonmez backhand into the backhand of Cirez. Sonmez with a forehand cross court. Cirez gets it back. Sonmez forehand cross court again. Cirez slices it back. Sonmez comes to the net and puts it in the net. Oh, man, that's tough. She played a good point too. 30 love. Yeah, Sonmez not impressed. I tell you, Cirez are just making Sonmez work. Like, it is a grind out there. 30 love. He played Hamburg last year, lost to Muller. Yeah, but he played... Hamburg was after the clay season. It was after Wimbledon, so it's a little bit different. 30-15. Hamburg being before the clay, before French is different, you know. And he also just played Munich, so I mean, he doesn't have to go home and play again if he doesn't want to. I wonder if Djokovic is going to play Geneva. That's probably the big question. Is he going to defend Geneva? Because Ruud definitely is going to play that at this stage. 40-15. Can Fonseca make 3 quarterfinals in a row? Would be elated to see him get to the semis or more. Oh, yeah. Well, it was Hamburg before the French. Oh, was that last? Was it? Oh. And was it? I thought it was. I thought this year was the year that they moved it. Did they move it last year? I can't remember. Everything's a blur. Oh yeah, they did. So last year was okay. Wow, and he played. Okay, I guess because we were watching Djokovic trying to win 100 titles in Geneva. We were busy. Yeah, I thought it was this year that they moved it. They moved it last year, and it was stacked last year. I mean, Kaboli, Rublev, Echeverry, Darderi, Lehechka, FAA. Yeah, we're too busy watching Djokovic play in Geneva. So yeah, actually, yeah, sorry, I'm wrong. Hamburg, last year they moved it before French Open. So yeah, Zverev playing is interesting. But he got to the quarters of Rome, and he didn't do well in Madrid, so fair enough. If he does well in Madrid and Rome, I don't know if he's going to play Hamburg. He might go to Hamburg, but he might not play the whole thing. He might just play like one match and be like, I got to go to Roland Garros. So we'll see. Yeah, we're watching... I remember, yeah, we're watching. We focused all our attention on Geneva. I didn't even know Rome existed. I didn't even know Hamburg existed. Last year was the first time they moved it back after Rome. Yeah. I see that now. Geneva was just before. Yeah, we watched Geneva. All right. Here we go. 4-3. Sonmez to serve. Musetti Shelton playing is interesting. Yeah. Yeah, Musetti playing is interesting. Definitely get Musetti in the team then. That, unless he gets injured this week, he is in the team. You've got to get him in. And look, as much as Feast has been playing well, it's almost like, man, do I try and get rid of Feast to get Musetti? I'm kind of like, do I get rid of Feast, Echeverry, get Musetti? Can't afford him. Hey, speaking of Feast, he's in the house. Actually, no, I changed my mind. I'm going to keep Feast. He's there. He's watching this match. Which is interesting, that he's watching Sonmez versus Cirez. Not sure what the connection is there, but he's there, yeah. Arthur Feast is watching. Maybe he's just going to hang out on center court today. Not sure what the connection with these two players is, but maybe he's trying to wait for the next match. But yeah, Arthur Feast is in the house. Don't get rid of Feast. I know, right? As soon as I said it, I kind of like, but I got to get Musetti. Anyways, 4 in the net by Sonmez. Somebody in the crowd made a noise as she was hitting the ball. And I'll tell you, the coach is ready to get out of the chair and go after somebody. 15-30. Yeah, Sonmez went to hit a drive volley and somebody in the crowd made a noise. I mean, she is playing a Spanish player, so there is going to be some crowd bias. That just stinks. 15-30. And a bit of fault second serve. Serving to the forehand of Cirez. Backing out from Sonmez. Goes long. Cirez has got a chance to break and then serve for it here. 15-40. Hey, F4. Thank you for the 48 months. The 4 years. Thank you for that. Is Madrid where FAA had to play like 1.5 matches to get to the final? Yes, it is. Yes. Yes, it was. All right, 15-40. As a backhand on the stretch. Into the forehand of Cirez. Forehand from Sonmez. As Cirez forehand again to the forehand of Sonmez. That's open court winner. And it's 30-40. Sonmez saves 1. Sonmez serves again. Into the backhand of Cirez. Forehand from Sonmez. Into the forehand of Cirez. She goes to the backhand of Sonmez now. And Cirez forehand again to the Sonmez backhand. Cirez again to that Sonmez backhand. They just keep going forehand to backhand. Now forehand goes into the forehand of Sonmez. Cirez forehand again to the backhand of Sonmez, who shanks it in. Sonmez now with another backhand. And Cirez on the attack. Sonmez forehand goes into the Cirez backhand now, and Cirez overhits the backhand, and it's deuce. Another long rally. It's another marathon game. Deuce. There's a backhand return from Sonmez from Cirez to the backhand of Sonmez. Now they go backhand to backhand. Sonmez backhand, bit of a moon ball into the forehand of Cirez. Sonmez forehand again into the forehand of Cirez. Sonmez with a backhand on the stretch. Goes long. Advantage Cirez to get the break. And serve for the set. Bergs takes the first 6-4. Nice. And Nava took the first set against Brooksby. Udvardy took the first set against Birrell, and Ruzet took the first set against Rujic. Winner plays, I think the winner of that match plays Raducanu, right? All right, advantage Cirez. There's the backhand for Sonmez in the net. There it is. There's the break. 4-3. 5-3. 5-3. And Cirez will serve for the set. 47 minutes played. It's been a weird set. 47 minutes. 5-3. Some long games. As we just serve now the back of Sonmez. Return the forehand of Cirez. Cirez overhits it. Love 15. Feast could def have a run in Madrid. I hope he gets ample rest. Yeah. I think a lot of the guys that we think could go on a run, it's just a matter of whether or not they're tired, right? Like Feast, Zverev, right? If Rude, is he fit? Like all these guys, it's all a matter of whether or not they're they could go on a run. They should go on a run if they're not worn out. All right, love 15. Cirez serves in the forehand of Sonmez, but it's a let. All right, he's with a forehand rally up the line from Sonmez. Cirez gets it back with a slice, but it goes long, and it's 15. Love 30. Love 30. Chance for Sonmez to break back. Almost a chance. Has a return in the net from Sonmez, 15-30. Which side is Feast sitting? I think he's just sitting in the middle. He's not sitting in anyone's coach's box. He's just sitting in the stands. 15-30. First serve is a fault, second serve. Serving in the backhand of Sonmez. Backhand now from Cirez up the line to the forehand of Sonmez. Cirez forehand on the stretch. Sonmez forehand goes long. And it's 30-all. 30-all. Cirez serves again. A fault. Second serve. Double fault. There's been a lot of those. All right, 30-40. Break point for Sonmez to get back on serve. $30-40. Now it's another fault, second serve. Capriva's up 6-2 for love. Dominating. Second serve to the forehand of Sonmez. Forehand from Cirez. Sonmez backhand again. The forehand of Cirez is with another backhand from Sonmez. Cirez backhand goes into the forehand of Sonmez. Cirez with a slice. Sonmez comes in. No, she stays back. Hits a forehand. Up goes a lob now from Cirez. Goes deep into the court. Sonmez with a forehand moonball. Okay. Cirez gets it back. Then Sonmez forehand again to the backhand of Cirez. Sonmez now with the backhand into the Cirez forehand. We're back on the baseline. Sonmez cross-court forehand. Cirez puts up another lob. Good defense by Cirez. As we had another forehand. Into the Sonmez backhand. Cirez forehand again. Into the forehand of Sonmez. Cirez again with a forehand. Sonmez goes inside out with a shot. Up goes a lob and in comes Sonmez. Puts it away. Great rally. Break back. 5-4. Cirez still leads, but Sonmez gets back the break. And Sonmez looks pissed. She is like, how is this taking so long? She looks annoyed. She's not happy with how she's playing. It's like, how is this so difficult? She's just annoyed that she has to play 30-shot rallies every single time. It is annoying. Is it painful to watch? Yeah. It's a grind. Like, this is a proper clay court grind. This is what clay court tennis is. And yeah, big shout as well. Oh, by the way, that was a that was a big shout of the person that was. So the last time she came to the net, geez, Sonmez went crazy at that person. There's a person that when she went for the last time at the drive volley, somebody shouted while she hit the ball and she missed the shot. That was, she hit that in. She turned to that same person, just yelled at them. So she was fired up at that person. She's like, yeah, say something now. Do it again. I dare you. She's fired. She's pissed off at that person in the crowd. All right, we're back on serve. 5-4. Yeah, Sonmez was just screaming at that person. All right, but she's not out of it yet. Sonmez still down 4-5. Needs to hold here to keep it close. People trying to find their seats. Serving the forehand of Cirez. Forehand from Sonmez. The backhand of Cirez. Sonmez backhand into the Cirez backhand. As Sonmez forehand again to the backhand of Cirez. Sonmez going back into backhand now. As Cirez hits a forehand again to the Sonmez backhand. Cirez forehand again. As Sonmez goes cross-court with her forehand. Cirez goes up the line now as Sonmez gets the backhand. Cirez forehand inside out again. Sonmez gets it back with the backhand. Cirez then hits a forehand inside out winner. Beautiful shot. Love 15. Love 15. Yeah, some long rallies. All right. Sonmez returns. Cirez with a forehand to the forehand of Sonmez. Sonmez overhits it. Love 30. Love 30. Chance for Cirez to take the set anyway. Love 30. First serve was a fault. Second serve. Serve into the forehand of Cirez. Back into Sonmez. Cirez with a slice. Sonmez backhand up the line. Cirez gets it with a forehand into the backhand of Sonmez. Cirez backhand and slice again as a drop shot. Sonmez going to get there, but not do anything with it. Love 40. Great drop shot winner. Love 40. Set points. Set points for Cirez. She says 1 Sonmez, 15-40. All right, return goes back into Cirez. Forehand from Sonmez. Into the forehand of Cirez. Sonmez wins the point. Cirez hits a wide, 30-40. Capriva just won 6-2-6 love. Jesus. I mean, Capriva's been on my radar. I didn't put him on my team, but he did play well in February on the clay. Who's he playing now? All right. There's a backhand from Cirez. Still set point here as Sonmez backhand the back of Cirez. Sonmez backhand again up the line. Cirez forehand on the stretch. Sonmez goes into the backhand of Cirez. As Sonmez backhand again. Cirez backhand to backhand. As Sonmez runs around, hits a forehand inside out to the backhand of Cirez again. Sonmez backhand to the Cirez forehand. Now Sonmez forehand goes up the line. Cirez with a backhand again to the forehand of Sonmez. Cirez doing all the running. Puts up a lob. Goes in. Good defense again. Then Sonmez with a moonball. Cirez gets it back with a backhand. Now Sonmez on the attack. Hits a forehand winner. Crazy rally again. I mean, the defense of both ladies. All right, we get to deuce. Three set points saved in this marathon. So Capriva plays Rublev. Ooh. That could be... that's going to be interesting now. I mean, a total annihilation. And now he gets to play Rublev. That could be tough. As we got a backhand for Cirez into the forehand of Sonmez on the stretch. Cirez forehand of Sonmez. Great defense. A forehand again to the backhand of Sonmez. Forehand from Cirez. Cross court. Sonmez doing a lot of running. Cirez puts up a moonball, but it goes long. And Sonmez gets to advantage. To level this first set. This is proper marathons here. Yeah, we've got Pavlyuchev Eala coming up in about an hour. So, unless Cilic comes back in his match, be about an hour. All right, advantage Sonmez to get level in this first set. And this has been a grind. Backhand to forehand rally. Sonmez on the stretch. Goes to the backhand of Cirez. Sonmez backhand. Up the line, winner. 3 set points. And she saves them all. 5-all, first set. Sonmez. And a big shout after that as well. 1 hour played. One hour played. All right. As with a backhand rally. Another backhand from Cirez. Sonmez comes in with a drive volley. Cirez with a slice lob. And then the backhand cross court. Cirez gets with a pass. And it's long. Love 15. Good hustle from both. All right, love 15. 6 points in a row for Sonmez now. This is the slowest match I've seen in a while, yeah. It's definitely a grind. It feels like, though, if Sonmez wins his first set, it might be a little bit of an easy second set. Like, she might get this and be like, okay, cool, now I've got this. And then Sonmez might take the second in half the time, but we're not in the second yet, so we'll see. It's a physical battle. The second set will be a flop. Yeah. Probably. Yeah, probably. Love 15. As a return from Sonmez goes in the forehand of Cirez. Forehand from Sonmez. Into the Cirez forehand again. Up the line to the backhand of Sonmez. Cirez backhand on the stretch. Into the Sonmez forehand. Cirez with a slice. Sonmez backhand goes into the backhand of Cirez again. Now Sonmez forehand cross court. Up goes a lob, but Sonmez is at the net. And puts it in. Cirez gets it back, but in the net. Love 30. I mean, yeah, Sonmez is... I mean, this is just... Both ladies don't want to be aggressive. They want to just, out-rally the other. But Sonmez is having to come to the net to finish the points, which is not what she wants. But she has to do that. Because Cirez is being way too good defensively. He can't just sit back and rally. Love 30. Sonmez returns it in the forehand of Cirez up the line to the backhand of Sonmez. Cirez backhand again to the forehand of Sonmez. Cirez backhand again sliced. It's going to be a drop shot. Sonmez going to get this one, but hit in the net. 15-30. 15-30. Yeah, Cirez has great drop shots. I mean, she's a proper Spanish clay courter. She's got the defense. She's got the shot making. I mean, she is a true clay court player. 15-30. Remember, Sonmez did have her best win ever last week, and she's also at a career high ranking right now. So, Sonmez is currently at the best she's ever been. And she hits a backhand up the line, which is probably really frustrating playing someone 350 in the world and struggling against them. But when you're playing a Spanish player in Spain on clay, and I don't know if Sonmez's clay court tennis is her favorite thing. From what I've seen, hard courts are more her comfortable surface. But, yeah, it's got to be frustrating having to grind this out. Backhand up the line into the forehand of Cirez. Sonmez lets it bounce. It's back on the baseline. Cirez is just great defensively. Still break point, though. 15-40 is Sonmez with the backhand. That's a moonball from her. And Cirez with the forehand from the baseline. Backhand again from Sonmez. Cirez backhand again as Sonmez goes up the line. Cirez is going to get there with a forehand. Sonmez backhand again as Cirez goes backhand to backhand with Sonmez. Cirez now with the backhand down the line. That's a good shot. Sonmez gets on the stretch. As Cirez forehand. Now Sonmez runs with the backhand up the line. Cirez slice. As Sonmez hits it in the net with a forehand. And it's 30-40. Sonmez with hands on knees. That is a brutal rally. Still break point though. 30-40. Yeah, these rallies are exhausting. By the way, chat, if Sabalenka loses first round and Raducanu wins the tournament in Madrid, she'll be 500 points behind Sabalenka. How crazy is that? She could be world number 1 by Wimbledon. All right, forehand goes wide by Cirez. There's the break. I just looked at the live rankings and was like, hang on a second. If Sabalenka loses against Stearns and Raducanu wins the tournament, it's going to be this close. She could even be number 1 before the French, which is crazy to think that she's not that far away. Like, I mean, big if Sabalenka loses, right? But like, it's getting pretty close up the top there now. I mean, Raducanu being number one at Wimbledon would kind of be crazy. Kind of be awesome, though. Because, yeah, Sabalenka's also going to defend the final of Roland Garros. So, like, the chances of Raducanu being number one if Sabalenka doesn't play well here and Raducanu wins Madrid, I mean, the chances are pretty high. And Raducanu being number one at Wimbledon would be feel very fitting because I think we all think she's the favorite as of now anyway, even if she's number two. I think a lot of people are thinking that Raducanu wins Wimbledon, right? Right now, if we had Wimbledon right now, like Raducanu's got to be the favorite, right? All right, Sonmez is going to serve for this set. She's had to save 3 set points. All right, here we go. Here we go. Sonmez to serve. And it's a fault. Second serve. Second serve. There's a bit of foil now from Sonmez. That goes wide. It's love 15. This is the set that never ends. When was the last time Sabalenka lost in the first round, though? That's true. I can't think. So yeah, Berrettini's playing after this. But we've got Eala coming on as well. Yeah, I'm not sure if we watch anything else after this. We just might have a couple of matches today, and then tomorrow we'll go crazy. When the seeds start to play, it's going to start getting crazy. So we might not watch everything today. There's a backing out from Cirez in the net. It's 15-0. I mean, I didn't think this would be a potential 3-hour epic, but here we are. I'll tell you, if this match goes 3 hours and the Eala match that comes on in about 45 minutes, if that match goes quick, then maybe we could watch another one later. We'll see. 15-0. Yeah, we've got a long 2 weeks. Madrid is a long tournament. As Cirez hits a great return, Sonmez slices it back. Cirez forehand. Inside in winner, 15-30. If you're just joining us, Sonmez was love 40 down. And she was also 5-3 down. And has been saved 3 set points. And now has a lead, but she doesn't hold serve easily. Cirez hits that in the net, though. That's a terrible return, 30-all. I do think winning a slam has helped her get closer as well, being consistent. Oh, yeah, for sure. Her winning the WTA finals and winning a slam, winning the Australian Open have definitely closed the gap with Sabalenka. But for a long time there, it felt like Sabalenka was miles ahead of everybody. And the fact that, like, at the end of this week, Sabalenka could only be a couple of 100 points in front is crazy to think that that's how quick it's turned around. Like, it felt like Sabalenka was like 4,000 points in front, like, a month ago. Even after Miami, it was like, oh, well, Sabalenka's still 3,000 points up or something. It felt like that. But now it's like, actually, no. Raducanu is very close. She just has to have a couple of... she's won Rome before. She's made the quarters of Roland Garros, so she can do well there. Sabalenka's got not much to gain, right? She's got everything to lose. As Sonmez finally takes the set with a good serve, and at 7-5, she goes straight to the coach and goes, what the hell is going on? Why are we not winning this easier? Why is this taking way longer than we all expected? All right, 7-5 in 70 minutes. But she won the last 4 games in a row and saved 3-set points, Sonmez. So let's see if she can take the second a little bit quicker. But that was a much longer set than I think everybody expected. Sonmez, though, is having a problem with her hip, I think. But she has got her leg, her left leg has got tape on it, but her right leg, she was just massaging her hip there, which is not a good sign. It wasn't a pretty set. 7 winners, 20 errors from Cirez. And 13 winners, 25 errors from Sonmez. 5 double faults from Martinez Cirez as well. 7 breaks of serve in that set. They're not big servers, these two ladies. They're more, they like to rally. So no surprise that there wasn't that much going on with serves and there was a lot of breaks. But has Sabalenka already won all the slams or have I missed it? She hasn't won Roland Garros or Wimbledon yet. She's only won 2 of the 4. She's won what? 3 US Opens, 2 Australian Opens, right? Or no, 2 and 2, right? I mean, if Raducanu wins the French or Wimbledon and Sabalenka doesn't win either of those, then Raducanu and Sabalenka are going to be 1 slam apart. That's crazy. Yeah, 2 and 2, right? Because yeah, she's lost the last couple of Australian Open finals. And she hasn't won... She's won 2 US Opens in a row now. Because Coco won the 23. Swiatek won 22. And then Raducanu 21, right? All right. Sonmez takes the first in a marathon. And now, Cirez is going to serve first and the second. Let's see if Sonmez can win this match half the time or she's going to take just as long. It has been a grind. I mean, I tell you, Cirez doesn't look tired either, so this could go for a while. We could be here for a minute. Yeah, it's been a grind. All right, second serve, Martinez Cirez. Yeah, Swiatek's only 1 away. She's got to win the Australian Open. I'm completing that career slam. There's a 4-4 rally. Up the line now to the forehand of Sonmez. Sonmez goes wide on the inside out forehand. And it's 15 love. We all know she's engaged. She's now engaged. Once she gives birth and she's dominant, will she be as dominant as she is now after maternity leave? I'll be honest, I don't think Sabalenka is leaving the tour anytime soon. I don't think she's going to have a baby anytime soon. I think she's going to keep it. Like, Sabalenka's what, like 26? Why would Sabalenka go off to have a kid now? 15-0. Like, why would that be? I don't think so. Then again, I don't know. Everyone is different, but I feel like Sabalenka being on top of the world, the Grand Slam window is wide open. She's the favorite at most of the slams. Why would she walk away from that? I know Serena was like dominating but she was also like what, 35? A little bit different, right? Or 30, 33, something like that. Ash Barty did? Yeah, but Ash Barty literally retired. She didn't retire because she had a baby. She didn't get pregnant and then go, I'm not going to play anymore. Like Barty said, I'm not going to play anymore. Sabalenka and Barty are very different. All right, 15-30 as Sonmez hits a return long. 30-0. Sabalenka's 29? Oh, okay. Shit. But if we're going to play that game, then what about Pegula? Because she's older than Sabalenka, and she's been married for like 3 years. Sabalenka's 27, don't lie. She's 27. She turns 28 in a month, or in a couple of weeks. It's not 29, come on now. But yeah, you're right. I don't think Sabalenka's walking away. She's not. I don't think she's going to have. I mean, look. Everyone does what they want to do, but if I'm Sabalenka and I'm thinking like if I'm her team, I'm going. Plenty of time for that. You know, we are on top of the world right now. We're dominating. This is the time to cash in on our tennis career, and then if it starts to decline. After 30, you got plenty of time still to have family. That's what I'd be saying as like going, look, we are right in the middle of your career. This is exactly where like we are like this is where we cash in on the slams. If you leave now and you come back in a year, there's no guarantee you're going to come back to where you were. There's no guarantee you're going to win slams again. So do it now. It's the time to cash in. That's what I'd be saying to her if I was in her team. All right, back to Deuce. But I mean, she just got engaged. So, I mean, like, why are we talking about her families anyway? She literally just got engaged. Not even married yet. All right. Deuce. First game of the second. Yeah, she turns 28 in like 2 weeks. There's a point now from Sonmez. Cirez back into the back of Sonmez. Cirez again to the back of Sonmez up the line. Sonmez in the net. Advantage Cirez. All right. Advantage. Cirez, first game of the second. Now is it a backhand now into the forehand of Sonmez. Sonmez into wide, and it's 1-love Cirez in the second. Sorry for the question. That's fine. What about Svitolina? What about Osaka? Look. Everybody should do whatever they want to do. If you want to have kids, when there's no like, you do it whenever you want. But if I'm talking from a pure like tennis standpoint, the odds of you coming back after having a kid and winning a slam, how many players right now have done that? How many active players have taken time off? Yes, Bencic has come back strong. Svitolina's come back strong. Osaka's come back strong. But they haven't won slams, right? Even Serena couldn't come back and win slams. Obviously, way different situation, older, difficulties, blah, blah, blah. But, like, yeah, from a tennis standpoint, it doesn't make sense for Sabalenka to not wait for a couple of years. You know? Like having a baby in her prime is probably not going to help her career. Obviously, tennis isn't the most important thing in the world, though, right? But if you look at the players that they've come back and they've been solid, right? I mean, Bencic and Svitolina have been fantastic, but they haven't won slams, so it's like, well. It's very, very hard to do. It's why we can name all the players that have done it. Because it's very hard to do. 15-0. Now, if Sabalenka starts to drop back a little bit, let's say Sabalenka over the next couple of years drops a little bit, then by all means, focus on something else, right? For a year and then come back. But not right now. Like she's prime right now. Right in her like top of the world. It doesn't make sense it wouldn't make sense. It wouldn't make sense for her career. For her life, great. It's great for her life. But for her career, it wouldn't be the best thing to do. for her career. Again, for her life, because her career is not everything, right? Doesn't mean everything. There's got a 4-1 winner there from Sonmez, and it's 40-15. But yeah. All right, 40-15. As the backhand return goes into the backhand of Sonmez. Drop shot is good. Cirez can't get it. 1-1. I believe in mum and dad power. All right, now we have to state the obvious. Totally different. That's a totally different thing. Somebody coming back as a new dad is not the same as somebody coming back as a new mum. I don't even need to explain why, right? Like, super, super different. Not even. I mean, the only thing that they share in common is that they have to be away from the sport and away from family, maybe, right? Like, Medvedev didn't have his wife traveling with him when she had a baby, but Medvedev didn't have to take off 18 months, right? He didn't change physically in that time, right? Come on, it's not even close. Like, we can't be, it's definitely not as impressive for a guy who just had a baby to win a title. That's not even. I don't think anybody really cares. Like, we kind of go, oh, Dadvedev. It's like, okay, cool. Love 15. All right, as we get a 4-4 rally, up goes a lob by Cirez. Sonmez misses the drive volley 15 all. But yeah, anyways, I don't know. Well, let's move on. No one is No one's having any kids. 15 hole. As we get a serve again from Cirez into the back of Sonmez. Good return to the front of Cirez. Sonmez up the line. Cirez with the forehand cross court. Sonmez goes into the back of Cirez. Drop shot's good. Sonmez gets there this time, but Cirez puts away the pass. No, she doesn't. Good volley. Sonmez, great scramble. As she hits the forehand on the stretch again. How's she still in the rally, Sonmez? Backhand cross court. Cirez with a backhand. It's just too good. That's a great rally. Clay court rally. Sonmez with the great hustle, but not enough. And Cirez puts it away eventually. All right. Yeah, Eala's match has been delayed because Cilic is taking more time to win. Yeah, Eala's match is probably going to be another 45 minutes. Probably another hour. Yeah, we're going to be waiting around for a while for Eala. Hopefully, this match ends and then we can watch her match. All right, 30-15. As Sonmez returns it into the forehand of Cirez. Sonmez backhand. To the backhand of Cirez. Forehand out from Sonmez cross court. Cirez gets on the stretch. Sonmez forehand up the line. Cirez with the backhand. Shank. Goes wide. It's 30-0. Insane. That was an insane rally. All right, just out by Cirez. 30-0. As we return now to the backhand of Cirez. Sonmez backhand. Again to the backhand of Cirez. Sonmez with a forehand inside out to the backhand again of Cirez. Sonmez forehand cross. Cirez goes up the line. Sonmez is going to get there with a backhand. Cross court into the backhand of Cirez. They go back into backhand rally. Now Sonmez goes to forehand of Cirez. Again with a backhand from Sonmez. Cirez with a forehand inside in winner. And it's 40-30. Another tough rally. 40-30. to stay in front. As Cirez hits another winner. That forehand's kind of lethal. All right. 2-1. Cirez in the second. How old's Medvedovic? I think he's like 23. All right, Cilic and Bergs are going 3. Monfils is not playing today, is he? I don't think Lamont's playing today. I have to ask, this is not being seen right now. Is round of 128 referred to as round 1? Yes. I mean, look. No, not always. Because sometimes the only reason why it's called the round of 128 is because there's 128 people in the draw. Whereas if it's a smaller draw, it's not called the round of 128 every tournament, right? Like last week in Stuttgart, the first round was the round of 32. So the 128 and the 64 is the number of how many players are in the draw still. So that's what that means. So if it's the round of 16 means there's 16 players left. The round of 32, 32 players left. The round of 128, it's kind of technically it's a round of 96 because there's a players that buys in the first round. So it's not really 128, it's more 96. But it's just easy to just go round 1 because it's the first round. Like, you know, it's round 1. And then when we get to like the quarterfinals onwards, that's when we're like, okay, well, quarterfinals, final 8, you know, blah, blah, blah. Round of 16, sort of something that gets mentioned a lot as well, rather than being like 4th round or 3rd round. It's like round of 16. But yeah, first round, second rounds, they're very interchangeable. Sometimes it's 64, sometimes it's 56, sometimes it's 128, sometimes it's 32. Like the first round 1 is much easier to say than round of 128 because it doesn't always apply. But yeah, the number refers to how many players are in the draw, or how many players are competing in that for that first match or whatever, or second or third match. Got it? Okay, good. Backhand rally. 15 love here. Sonmez up the line with the backhand winner. Good winner there from Sonmez. 30 love. Yeah, that divides by 2 every time. So yeah, it cuts in half every time after the first match or first round. All right, serve is a fault. Second serve. As a forehand return from Cirez. The forehand to Sonmez. Cirez, forehand in the net. 40 love. And I'm not going to say it until this game's over, but you know what I'm thinking. I'm not going to say it because otherwise then it's going to take 20 minutes. 40 love. Serve to the backhand of Cirez. Backhand from Sonmez is a winner. And that was definitely the quickest game of the match by a mile. That was the quickest game by a mile. That was at least like a minute and a half. 2-0. Easiest game of the match so far for either player. Now I can say it. So it's not my fault if it didn't, because it can't have a jinx now. Oh, least lost to Zhang. So what does that mean? Well, the winner of this match takes on Buksha. So Zhang will take on Keys. I'll tell you, Kopriva versus Rublev is kind of fire. Like, that could be really tough. All right, 2-0. Dasha would play soon. Yeah, hopefully Dasha wins, but then she'll play Swiatek, and then hopefully she also wins. God, I don't want to watch her play Swiatek, but we have to, but we will, but I don't want to. But I don't want to, but we will. But I don't want to. All right, 2-0. Backing up the line goes wide by Cirez, love 15. I can't watch Swiatek Dasher. It's going to tear me apart. Can't do it. But I have to do it. If it happens, I have to. But I don't want to. All right, love 15. Sonmez back into the forehand of Cirez. Sonmez back in again. Into the forehand of Cirez. Sonmez again with the backhand. Cirez shanks it, but it goes in. As Sonmez goes again to the back of Cirez. Sonmez back in again to the back of Cirez. Sonmez wins the point, though. Cirez overhits it. Love 30. Dash is the favorite as well. Oof. I'm a little scared. I'm a little nervous. Dasher could lose today, which is no good. I hope not. I hope she wins. All right. Love 30 as we're back into backhand rally. Forehand from Sonmez, the forehand of Cirez. Forehand from Sonmez, the backhand of Cirez. Into the backhand of Sonmez. Slice from Cirez goes long, and it's love 40. Martinez has reached the quarterfinals of the US Open, Wimbledon, and Australian Open. I've found the reason why she's giving Zeynep a tough time. Are you maybe have checked the you've gone to maybe are you looking at the right Martinez? Or are you talking about juniors? Because that is not true. 1540. You're talking about Martinez, Cirez, and juniors, maybe, but definitely not Martinez. Not in the main tour. 1540. Sonmez to take the break in the second. As the return goes into the forehand of Cirez. Cirez hits it long. Sonmez breaks. 3-2, but this match has been very much a break-back situation. It's been a break back. And I doubt that Cirez made the quarters of the juniors slams because she wasn't really high-ranked junior. She was 45 in the world in juniors, so I don't know if she made it far in juniors anyway. So I don't know where you're getting that information. I think you might have been looking at the wrong one. You might have Googled the wrong Martinez, or ChatGPT has given you the incorrect answer and getting confused with Conchita Martinez or something. Because that definitely ain't correct. All right, here we go. Sonmez with a set and a break. She may be in control. That's a big maybe. Because no one has gotten off to a start and even gotten a break and gone away with it. It's been close. I don't think anyone's had more than a 2-game lead in this match. I'll tell you, chat, as much as I love Berrettini, if he loses today, I'll feel a little bit... I won't feel so bad for trading him. I feel bad for trading because I like Berrettini, but if he does lose today, I'll feel like, okay, I'll get him back next week because he'll drop in the rankings anyway, and I'll trade him out. I'll trade out Monfils and I'll get Berrettini back, just to make it up to him because I feel bad. Because I do love Berrettini. I do think he's going to be back in the top 50 in no time, but just not this week. If he could just hold his comeback for a week, I'll be fine with that. 15 love. As we just served. Oh, double fault. Not a great second serve. Berrettini surely wins at high altitude. I mean, look. He should win today, yeah. All right, 15-0. That goes out by Sonmez, 15-30. 15-30. Oh, you got money on Berrettini. Okay, well that makes sense why you're talking about him. Cilic and Bergs, by the way, 1-0 in the third. As a backhander from Sonmez into the backhand of Martinez. Up the line from Sonmez as Martinez goes again. The forehand of Sonmez. Martinez forehand to the backhand of Sonmez. Into the backhand of Martinez. What am I saying? Martinez. Cirez. Martinez Cirez. That's the same. I'm saying that it's Martinez Cirez. 30-all. I get people have said that it is you're supposed to say the first name on its own anyway. Cirez is the incorrect term. It should be Martinez. But because she has the double name, it's hard to. I'm going with the second part of the name. Anyway, slice from Martinez Cirez into the forehand of Sonmez. 30-all here. Drop shot is too good by Martinez Cirez, and it's 30-40 to get back on serve straight away. All right. Grabber did beat Badosa. Yep, that was yesterday. It was an interesting. It was actually a very poor match. Very low quality match, that one. As Sonmez survives, deuce. Berrettini's so unlucky. He is. But he did double bagel Medvedev a couple of weeks ago. So, I mean, if he's healthy, we know how good he is. Forehand goes into the forehand of Cirez. Sonmez trying to consolidate the break. As Cirez hits it off the tape. Sonmez backhand again. The backhand of Cirez. As Sonmez, another backhand into the forehand of Cirez. The backhand of Sonmez. Cirez backhand again. Sonmez goes again to the backhand of Cirez. Up the line to the forehand of Sonmez. Cirez backhand again. Into the backhand of Sonmez. Cirez with a forehand cross court. Sonmez gets it back. Cirez goes up the line. Sonmez with the backhand again to the forehand of Cirez. Sonmez. Forehand goes up the line again. Cirez slices it back. Sonmez. A backhand again to the slice of Cirez. It's a drop shot in the net, though. She goes for the drop shot. By the way, Sonmez was too close to the baseline to get that one. She would have got there. Advantage Sonmez. Would have been a crazy good drop shot had it been a winner. All right. Sonmez to go to 4-2. Eala's game's in probably about 45 minutes because Cilic is playing right now, so he's got to finish his match. Him and Bergs are playing. Cilic has got a break in the third, though. So yeah, Cilic Bergs. After that is going to be Eala, so it's a little bit delayed. Won't be on for a while. As the return goes into the forehand of Sonmez, forehand from Cirez, into the backhand of Sonmez. Cirez backhand into the forehand of Sonmez. Cirez backhand again. Sonmez inside out forehand. Cirez slices it into the net. 4-2 Sonmez. She consolidates the break. And she's 2 games away from getting out of this very awkward first round. But yeah, after this match, we'll jump over to the Eala match, depending on the... Even if Cilic is still going, we'll jump over and we'll wait. Hopefully, when this match ends, Cilic's match ends, and we can jump straight over and start watching Eala for you. Nava wins. No, I picked Brooksby. Bad. Damn it. I'm already down. I've already lost a point from picking the wrong guy. All right, backhand return goes to forehand of Cirez. Backhand of Sonmez into the backhand of Cirez. Sonmez up the line is long. 15 love. $15 love. All right, serve again from Cirez. There's a fault. Second serve. Double fault, 15-0. As Sonmez hits a lovely winner up the line, 15-30. She wants to go watch Eala play, that's why. She wants to go watch her doubles partner play and her friend. She's like, I want to get out of here. I got to go to the other court. I got to go watch that other match. 15-30. Why'd you pick Brooksby on red clay? Because I didn't know whether or not I should pick. I mean, Nava. I didn't know what Nava could do. Double fault. 15-40. Oh, I can make my predictions for tomorrow. Oh, sweet. Okay. Ooh, tomorrow's tougher. I'm going to go Cerundolo. All right, 400 rally. Up the line now to the backhand of Sonmez. Cirez goes the forehand of Sonmez to the forehand of Cirez. Sonmez, forehand up the line. Cirez with a slice. Sonmez, backhand up the line. Up goes a lob by Cirez. In comes Sonmez with a backhand winner. Double break, 5-2. Much better from Sonmez now. And she is going to serve for the match. All right, I made my picks for tomorrow. Juan Manuel Cerundolo over Altmaier. Munar over Shevchenko. Opelka over Kia. Carabelli over Monfils. Landalusi over Walton. Borges over Navone. Kecmanovic over Atman. I might change that. Dimitrov over Valio. Blocked over Van der Zandskoop. And Tsitsipas over Kipson. That's what I'm going with. I do like Atman over Kecmanovic though. Navone over Borges, you reckon? All right, Sonmez going to serve for this match. All right, here we go. Half the time this set. It's 33 minutes. It's been a lot quicker for Sonmez in this one. Can she finish it off though? And then we'll jump over and watch our second match of the day, which is still not going to be on time, but unless Cilic starts wrecking Bergs, which he's up 3-1. All right, forehand up the line. To the backhand is long from Sonmez. Love 15. Love 15. As Sonmez serves a fault. Second serve. By the way, chat, don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. We're almost at 200 likes, so appreciate that. Let's put a forehand rally. Sonmez inside out to the backhand of Cirez. Backhand of Sonmez again, the backhand of Cirez. Into the backhand of Sonmez on the stretch. Cirez backhand up the line. Sonmez gets with the forehand. Cirez backhand again. Into the backhand of Sonmez. Cirez drop shot. Sonmez going to come in and put it away. 15-0. I'll tell you what, I do like Sonmez. I like the way she plays. I'm a big fan of players that are like scrappy. And they're great defensive kind of players and hustle. I mean, Leighton Hewitt types, right? And she definitely has all those qualities that I enjoy watching in a player. 15-0. Sonmez serves again. And somebody with a little bit of fire, right? They like to shout. Backhand goes in to the forehand of Cirez. Forehand from Sonmez up the line. That's a good shot. Cirez slices it back. Sonmez comes in with a volley. But Hova hits it. 15-30. I love more defensive types too, yeah. Yeah, that underdog type of vibe, you know? Like Halep, yeah. Yeah, I mean, Simo was like that. Dasher is like that, you know? Leighton was like that. There's a forehand now from Sonmez. 15-30 here. Cirez is not done yet. Backhand to backhand rally, but Cirez goes again. The backhand to Sonmez. Cirez backhand to the forehand of Sonmez. Into the backhand of Cirez. Sliced. Sonmez backhand. Drop shot. Winner. Beautiful drop shot. Whoops. 30-0. Atman over Kecmanovic is a good one. I'm thinking that too. I mean, yeah. I mean, Atman could beat Kecmanovic on this court, right? All right. 30-0. Sonmez serves again. Into the forehand of Cirez. Back into Sonmez. Into the forehand of Cirez. To the Sonmez forehand. Cirez wins the point, though. Sonmez overhits at 30-40. And it's a chance for Cirez to get one of the breaks back. 30-40. All right, 30-40. Backhand return from Cirez into the backhand of Sonmez. Cirez with the forehand again to the forehand of Sonmez. And Cirez forehand again. Sonmez backhand cross court. Cirez with a slice, but it goes long and we get the deuce. All right, we get the deuce. Yeah, we've been watching a lot of Sonmez lately, but it's just because I like the way she plays. We watched it. Well, last week we watched her because she played a couple of tough players, so we're going to watch the good matchups anyway. But we might add her to the roster of players we watch. I mean, Sonmez the other playing doubles too. We'll probably end up watching that at some point. But I tell you, if there was a WTA fantasy team, I'd probably have Sonmez in it. I'd probably have her in it because she is likely to go up in the rankings, right? She's currently in the 60s. She's going to be top 50 at some point. Backhand goes in the net and Sonmez gets back to deuce. Feast, Shelton, Fonzie are exceptions to the rule for me. For what? Oh, for liking defensive players. Yeah, fair enough. I mean, I like Shelton too, and he's the total opposite of a defensive type, isn't he? All right, deuce. Can Sonmez get a match point? Can she get this sorted? Sonmez serves. Into the back end of Cirez. Return is in to the forehand of Sonmez. Cirez with the forehand of the stretch. Sonmez goes up the line. Cirez takes back the rally. Backhand to backhand now is Cirez again to the back end of Sonmez. Into the forehand of Cirez. Cirez hits it out. We got a match point for Sonmez to get herself into the second round. And this has been an absolute battle. Nearly 2 hours for this scoreline. Brutal. Also, Dasher just started. She's at 40 love already. All right. Wind has kicked up as well, which is interesting. Advantage Sonmez. Match point. Serve down the tee. Cirez gets it back. Sonmez backhand in the net. Oh, man. Sonmez just got herself out of position there. Back to deuce. She hit a great serve down the tee, but The return was way deeper than she expected, and she just completely messed herself up. All right, deuce. And then she serves a fault, second serve. All right, second serve. As the return goes in now to the backhand of Cirez. Backhand of Sonmez. Cirez backhand slice. Sonmez another backhand. Oh, it's a drop shot. Oh, it's missed. And it's advantage Cirez to get a break back. Lakers won a while. Yeah, Lakers won at some point today. All right, advantage Cirez to take one of these breaks back. Queen over Marijan? Ooh. That sounds risky. Backhand to backhand rally. Slice goes in, though, to the forehand of Sonmez. That's a great shot. Up goes a lob. Sonmez is going to come in. No, she's not. She's going to go back. And it's going to go out on the lob from Cirez. We're back to deuce. And then, yeah, Eala's match is starting straight after this. Or not really straight after this, but pretty soon. Cilic is up about to go up 4-2 in this final set. All right. Sonmez serves the forehand of Cirez. Backhand of Sonmez. Into the backhand of Cirez. Sonmez. Forehand again to the Cirez backhand. Sonmez forehand again. Great shot. Cirez slices it back in, but Sonmez comes in and puts it away. And it's advantage Sonmez to get the win in just under 2 hours. This has been a grind, but probably not the worst thing for someone like Sonmez to get some work in. You know, have to play a tough, grindy first round. She has got a leg strap, so it's not great for that, but it's good for it's good clay court practice. Like, she's played a proper clay court match today. Serving to the backhand of Cirez. Return goes in the backhand of Sonmez. Cirez backhand into the Sonmez backhand. Now Cirez with a forehand. Sonmez hit the baseline. Now Sonmez doesn't want to come to the net. She hits a backhand inside winner instead. Sonmez wins. She fights to the win. And she is into the second round. All right. Sonmez wins. It was a fight. A very tough fight. All right. All right. 6-2 in the second. It was a 45-minute second set, so that wasn't easy. But she gets it done in the end. And it's Sonmez with the win. Now she's going to go on and play. She is going to go on and play against Buksha. And she's in that section of the draw where Eala's playing, Pliškova's there, Sakkari, Mertens, Frey, and then all of that to just play Raducanu in the quarterfinals anyway. If Raducanu gets out, that bottom quarter is stacked, and Sonmez is in there. But good fighting win to get out of that one. GG's. All right, now. Cilic's match is getting closer to finishing, so we can start. We might as well start the Eala match early. So jump on over. We can shoot the shit while we wait for Eala to play Pavlyuchenkova. Also, Berrettini's coming up in about 30 minutes on this court, so we'll keep an eye on that as well. But good win by Sonmez. Gets it done in straight sets. Very, very long straight sets match. But she's into the second round. Let's see what Eala can do.